That is not what I wanted to do. I hit the button too fast. Don't matter. I mean, it's been like maybe like what, a week since I streamed? 2 weeks? I didn't stream last Sunday. So I'm pretty sure I didn't stream last Sunday. I might have. I don't know. Doesn't matter. That shit was loud. This is not the screen that I wanted. Yeah, 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 yeah. I used to watch a lot of Doctor Disrespect. Used to. I used to watch the Doc, the back to back, 2-time, Blockbuster. I don't know the dates. I mean, you should say 96, 97. I don't know, some shit like that. Uh, I really used to fuck with the Doc, man. Back on Twitch, I actually started streaming. I streamed Apex solely because like I was just watching the Doc one day and I said, you know what? I want to do that shit. That shit looked fun. He had all these different animations, and when I first started streaming Apex, I had like the same thing. I had like a different setup. It was more like gamer orientated, desk in the background. It looked like I was actually in an office, like using my green screen and all that shit. But yeah, I don't do that anymore. What's up with my light? That was an impressive light, and I was like, why is it shining on me so much? Anyways, I don't watch the doc anymore. One, because he got canceled, I guess, for fucking around with little girls. Uh, and I know that's not like the whole story, but pretty much, I mean, that's like to sum the story up. You had explicit messages while you're married with underage woman, girl, whatever. I don't know. I mean, it just seems really off to me. I couldn't believe it. Broke my heart because I really started streaming because of the doc. The doc and Shroud. I mean, when I was playing Apex, they was killing it. Dizzy too, but I don't know. Dizzy, he wasn't as inspirational, especially not as a streamer. That's the time like when Ninja was like really big because of Fortnite and stuff like that. But yeah, I used to be a Apex streamer, and I was also sponsored Apex streamer at one point in time. But I gave up being good at video games to be good in stocks. But even back then, when I played like Apex and stuff, I always wanted to make content on how to be like how to get to the next level in gaming. You know, just making content in general about how to get to the next level because that's what I always been good at. Always been good at progressing in life in general. Being disciplined, taking things serious, and getting to the next level. Whether it was from being a casual to being good, or from being good to be, I guess, better than most people. I never been really great at anything. Great is something that is like left for people like top 1%. I like I've been good. I've been very good at some things. Like I was top 100 in the world at Super Smash Brothers at one point. Like I was sponsored in that too. Um, maybe not in the world, maybe like United States, because like back then when I was playing, like it wasn't like so much of a global scene. So maybe it was probably just like America, but I mean, America kind of did the ranking, so you can say you was top 100 in the world, but you probably wasn't. Like I was beating top 50 players and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I was pretty good. I was ranked in my state. I was a professional Halo player, semi-pro. Not professional. I mean, semi-pro does make you a professional technically, but I mean, not you're not a professional unless you know, unless you was like Snipe Down. Like someone like that, I would say is professional. You know, like T Squared is professional, right? Anyways, I've done a lot of stuff, mainly gaming competitively. I also did track. Uh, I went to the Junior Olympics. I've done a lot of stuff in life competitively and won a decent amount. And I started streaming and I wanted to do YouTube content because I really wanted to educate people. What's going on, Katrin? I really wanted to educate people, but for whatever reason, I never ever did it. I made education videos for other people. Like when other people pay me, I would make other education videos. Like I've done it for Spike Eat, I've done it for Base Report, I've done it for a couple other things that people wouldn't even know about. I made educational content when people have like, hey, I'll pay you to make, X and Y Z video. And then I'll do it. But I never done it for my own channel, which is weird because I see very shitty educational content for stock creators. Like it's terrible. Like no proof. The people just talking about their experience. No background, no back testing, no nothing. Like there's no real proof outside of just trust me, bro. Like that type of proof. And I have I have analytics on analytics about the stuff that I talk about. I haven't done like a back test in a while. I haven't really even completed a study in a while. Um, I don't. No, that's personal docs, group docs. No, that's what I wanted to do. Project Automate. Um, I haven't opened this in a long time. Which one's the current one? This one says 16, so this is probably the current one, right? I don't know. Do we have like an actual save one? Old studies, breakouts, earnings date, EP related, parabolic study. So this probably is not even like the actual real update. 'Cause this one's from 2023. I was working on a huge project. Anyways, we don't even got to get into like the huge project stuff. I can just show you like some of the basic stuff. And I actually have a video of this. I sent the video to the owner of Spikey because I was trying to sell him something. But I don't even want to sell it to him anymore in the first place. So I mean I can probably just release the video if I really wanted to. Is the video on my YouTube? It's probably private under my YouTube. Why did you not open up, bro? Weird. Why are you not opening? All right. Well, that failed miserably. Oh, here we go. Right. I have oh no, I have posted videos about how I mean this is like the basic of the basic stuff now. To what I have. And this is not populated. I I gotta get back on my grind. I should hit up my developer a little bit, but I got like a lot of stuff to do in life. But you can see like this is like the basic chart that it will output. No, let's go get the real one, man. Let's go get the real one. Let's go get the real because this is not even this is probably more than 99% of stock traders have in the first place. But I mean let's actually go get the real stuff. Let's go get the stuff that we was working on. I don't even want to show it off. I don't even know if I could show it off. I don't even know where everything's at anymore. Like I would have to pull up my old files. Um, so we will go to Project Automate, test charts. So first of all, this is one thing that's really cool. I can automatically pull the 5-minute charts from. I didn't really make it. It's actually just kind of. Well, I'm not gonna say how it's populated, but it's populated in a way that I can just pull charts. I don't know why I did that. We were doing something, bro. Why did you Why don't you not go full screen? No. Go to the next one. Zoom in. Why are you not zooming in? And then it zooms out. Anyways, it's like I can pull 100 charts. I can do the 5 minute. I can do a bunch of different ones. 5 minute. I can do dailies. See, I got some dailies in here. Just to look at charts faster. So like when people wanted to, when you're working and you're like, hey, I really want to I want to do like a chart study. My software is able to like literally generate a chart study in minutes. Like for years and years of data, it was able to do it in minutes. Yeah, minutes. It's not instant, but it's definitely not instant. But it was like minutes. So we would want to open up this, and like I said, I haven't opened this up in a while. This takes like an hour to open up to. It's like heavily condensed with information. We will wait, or will we not? Need to brush my hair. All right. So we had a bunch of stuff. Okay, this is all testing. So this is all like yeah, all these things is like testing. That doesn't really matter. Indicators. This stuff is used to create indicators. So I can see. Yeah. Like if I wanted to create like a 5 minute or 10 minute moving average or something like that, or hourly moving average, I can do it in here. Yeah, so we programmed Excel and look at some of the information I just had lined up. Like when I day trade now, and I have swing stats too. So it wasn't just like I was able to see a lot of stuff, gap min, gap max, a bunch of stuff. If I input a data set, and I could input a data set right now, but I just don't feel like it. And it's going to take a long time. And something could be broken right now inside the program. But I would just simply input like the daily output file. As you can see here, there'll be a daily output file and there'll be an intraday output file that will have the daily data. So like the open, close, low, high volume. And then I had an intraday file, which would also have like, I don't know if it was like 1 minute increments or two. I think it was 1 minute. Yeah, it was 1 minute increments. So open, high, low, close, volume for the 1 minute increments. And then I would use all this and it would populate, all this different data. And then I can pull the charts from here, and it was just a bunch of stuff. So got to see average percent change over 1 minute time frame, average percent change over 5 minute time frame for your data set. The high and low compared to time of day, the low compared to time of day. So when your highs happen, like what time of day is it usually happening at? When is the low of day happening at? Like I got to draw correlations. Yeah, it was a bunch of stuff. Of course I can edit all this stuff too. Like, I mean, I'll be able to edit what I wanted to look at, what I wanted to compare to, make charts. Here's a correlation one right here. Why is this broke? Yeah, I don't know why this broke. Whatever. Yeah, and then you see I have all this information in here, all these different filters, and I also have a back test in here. So you can see like I can literally run, like entry method, the 1 hour opening range high, low a day stop, like my exit would be a price target 180R. I can change that to be multiple things. So I can test out theoretical values like the high a day for the MFE, which is like maximum. I don't know what MFE stands for right now. Pretty much is like the maximum number that you could have possibly got in a certain amount of time frame, a certain amount of days. This is close a day. Wrong button. Let me do this button. Then we can work. Yeah. I can do a custom R, custom moving average break. So like, hey, I'm going to sell when it breaks this moving average. Like the the moving average can be, a lot of people do the 10 simple moving average, the 10 daily simple moving average. I can do an EMA. I do a lot of stuff. But yeah. Never fully finished it, but we got really far. And it's really cool. But my point is, right? My point is, this is not all I do to study, but like my studies will actually be able to show proof because I actually have the software to show the proof. I actually have the charts to show the proof of what I'm talking about. I can actually draw correlations to price, data, volume, like being illiquid to being liquid. Like I can actually show proof of what I'm talking about and why this stuff matters. Like it wouldn't just be me saying, hey, trust me, bro. This would be like, no, I have data to back this up. So it'll be a huge difference. Like when people say like, hey, it like above 6-month high. Like, so for example, this is something, when this says true, this is saying this is above the 6 months high. So like, this is like for a gapper or something. So when people say like, hey, your gap needs to be, like it needs to gap above the 6-month high, the 3-month high, the 1-month high. I can test all these things out in my back tester because I have all the data for it. Why is this not locked? I don't, whatever. Yeah, I will have to go in here and play with it some more. I have a video showing it off how to use it because like I said, I was trying to sell it to someone of a company. I was trying to get Spike Heat to like buy it or pay me to finish it off because it was costing too much for my developer. I mean, it was costing too much for me to pay my developer, and it was taking hours out of my day, to develop it because I was helping my developer developing it, and I was paying him, and I was paying him a good amount. I was paying him like $3,000 a month. Like we was going to war trying to get this, but then I realized at some point. I was like, back testing is cool. Like it's helpful for sure. I think a lot of people should really look into it because a lot of people do and say stupid stuff that's easily disproven. Like, I mean, it's easily disproven if you have the software. Like you can immediately just go test half the stuff people say, like just do X, Y, and Z. Like, okay, well, I can put in X, Y, and Z and see what the results are. And then you will realize that a lot of people are just making stuff up and you probably shouldn't listen to them. But yeah, it just cost a lot of money. So I just wanted to like, I never wanted to quit because I put over $20,000 into trying to get this done. But I just said, fuck it. I literally just said like, who cares? Because back testing it's a lot of things that you just can't recreate like live, but it's just small execution things, that you can't really back test, I ran into a bunch of I don't even know what like if case scenarios. Like what if this is halted and then you can't sell, things like this. Like, these are like just rare cases, but a lot of these things make back testing, it would amplify the values. So we had to go through like a bunch of different scenarios, and we actually did. Like me and my team was going through it to actually develop it. But like I said, man, I just kept running into so many different scenarios, and like we just wasn't getting like when we got to the back test part, because the back testing was like last. And then we was gonna try to make this into like web apps pretty much. But yeah, it just got, man, it was just getting out of hand. Either way it goes, I developed a lot of stuff, and I got to study a lot more in detail to see like what matters. Like, hey, does my chance of having a successful trade improve if the pre-market is close to the pre-market, or the open of the market is close to the pre-market high? Like, does that mean anything? Or if I start really, if I'm close to the pre-market low, but then I break the pre-market high after open, does that actually mean anything? These are all scenarios that I could literally filter out with my data and my daily output. I can literally filter all this stuff out. because we have all this information in here, and I'll be able to filter and see and back test with that results of that filtered data and just see like, oh, this correlates to this. This improves the results of, my day trades by this much. This improves the results of my swing trades by this much. It was just a bunch of stuff that you can actually look at, and it would just help you just learn more, like because you don't actually need, if you are a good trader and you have execution, you have discretion, you have situational awareness, no strategy is probably going to work year round. So optimizing during the times that it does work would be my advice to most traders. But to push further into this, you need to figure out what conditions actually matter when you're trading. And there's no way you can do that without real data, like without something like this to maximize and say, hey, if something gaps 30%, what is it going to do today? I have no clue. Now, a lot of people think, oh, it's a huge gap. That's a good thing. No, it's not. When the stock has a huge gap, most of the time it fails, but people don't know this. When a stock has a huge gap with tons of volume, most of the time, especially if it's not a small cap stock, you're going to get a reversal. It's not going to be a good trade, but sometimes it does happen, but that's what people bring up the one time it does happen because that's all they care about. But I can pull up 200 examples where it doesn't happen. I can show you the percentage of, hey, there's literally like 70, I think it's like 73, 74, somewhere around. It's like maybe like 65% of the times, like this trade's not going to go your way or something like that. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. But I can pull all this stuff up because I have, like I said, I have the data. It's like 1 minute opening range high break, 5 minute opening range high break, pre-market high break. You know what I'm saying? Like I can look at all these things and choose which factors I think matter the most. Well, not even I think, like that the results say for this data set matters the most. And yeah, if so moral of the story is I have like real data, and I haven't really went over that in a long time, but I have real data and I should be doing more with it. Like I should actually start getting into educating people more about what matters. Not like doing studies for people because I see people doing studies and selling them. But I don't know, like I'm kind of interested in actually kind of growing like a YouTube base, having more subscribers and actually putting more effort into that. And I'm actually pretty good at editing videos and stuff, but I just don't want to. So I would need like an editor, which I would pay. Like I would pay an editor to, go through my content and just be a good editor. Like one of the ideals I wanted to do like 7 tips. Like 7 tips for trading or something like that. I don't know. And just have it like 7 days in a row before Christmas. So it would be like, I don't know. They have like a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of Christmas events on YouTube. It's like a trend that's been happening like the last maybe like 2 or 3 years. Where it's like, hey, whatever, like, and then you do like miss at the end. So it'd be like whatever miss. So this would be like stock miss or something, trade miss, something like that. And then leading up to from whatever day I would start into, so let's say I had 10 tips, I would start, December 15th, and then I would go into Christmas, releasing a video each day until Christmas, and it would just be like good tips and just creating stuff like that. But I want to do something like that. Probably not this year because I don't have stuff in place, but next year probably will do that. And be honest, by next year, I'll probably be like a very, I would be absolutely shocked if next year I wasn't just a phenomenal trader, like dead ass, like so serious. Because I elevated my game this year from, in 2023, I was like decent or whatever. Like I knew what I was doing, but I just hadn't had enough experience to like really pull off the big trades. I couldn't hold, like I just couldn't hold my like, and in the best terms, I couldn't hold my nuts long enough. Like I couldn't hold them long enough. Like it would, like I just couldn't do it for like the big trades. Like I see the numbers going up and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I need to sell. Like, Oh, it dropped down, X amount of dollars. That's X amount of percent of my account. I need to get out. I'm losing too much money. Like, instead of just letting stuff play out and ride, or instead of just believing in yourself, but I've been here for a while now. Like, I've been stuck at the point of I'm a decent trader with good knowledge for X amount, X period of time, right? And so I was probably that in 2023. 2024, I had an incredible, like, this year's been incredible for me in the stock market. As you guys know, I went up 100% and then lost that 100% all in the same year. I went up 100% in like maybe 4 or 5 months, then lost that 100% in like 3 months. And then I had to rebuild, you know, and I've been rebuilding my account since September. Like, I wasn't down anyways. Like I said, I went up 100 and then I lost it. But then I had to rebuild back up to the 100. And I haven't made 100 yet, but I've made a very large sum gain. I'm going to end this year very positive, the most positive I ever ended a year. That's after I lost. So I made 100%, lost it, and still came out making tons of money for the year. That's not a mistake. That's not a mistake. That means the 100% that I gained was not fluke. And what I needed to do was study why I lost the money, which I did. And I mean, we reflected on it all through the months of losing the money. As I was losing the money, I was coming on stream talking every single day about I lost money, how I felt. I have all the videos. I was coming in consistently reviewing the trade, talking about, hey, this is not working. Like, man, I don't know, like, blah, blah, blah. But, I know I'll get through it, blah, blah, blah. Like, just talking about, actually talking about the experience going through it, like in real time, every single day when I was losing the money each day. Hey, I'm in a drawdown, like being real. And yeah, I went through the videos and I don't think I would lose that much money ever again. I mean, I think a 20% drawdown is a decent amount. So the fact that I went on like 100%, like not 100%, but I'm saying like I went on like a 50% drawdown, because that's how you lose 100%. You make 100, you lose 50, you're back to your starting point. I mean, that's just the math behind it, whatever. Yeah, so it's just like, I I don't think I have anything left to prove to myself that I can't do this. I've made it big. I lost it big and made it back again. There's nothing left to do except to trade and improve, learn more lessons and keep growing. But I'm already a good trader. And by next year, I plan on being a great trader. So I already feel like I'm a great trader. I just don't have the results. But if I had to take a guess, I've been good at a lot of things in my life. Matter of fact, I've been good at almost everything in my life. Good, not the best, not in the top 1%, probably not in the top 5% at anything, right? But I've been good at a lot of stuff my entire life. Never really able to push through to the next level. Never been able to get the results. But this right here, I would be surprised. Seriously, I would seriously be surprised. Because I will probably never give up at this. And I'm already good. And I'm never going to stop working at this ever again. I'm never going to stop working at this ever again. Something crazy would have to happen for me to stop. I think I'm going to be great at this. I think I'm going to be great at this. I think this is my thing. I had a lot of things in my life that I was good at. I never applied this much effort The fact that I applied this much effort at this and I was terrible at it for so long, just wasn't good, just decent, couldn't get over the hump, wasn't better than people, that I know just wasn't taking it as serious. Bro, my growth in this over the last since 2023 has been phenomenal. Like not even just like results wise, it has been phenomenal. I'm not talking, the knowledge was always steadily growing. The lessons was always steadily growing. I was always learning, always looking at what other people are doing who are successful, picking up little things that I can learn from them. But I'm really putting this shit together at this point. I'm really putting it together at this point. No, like I'm really locked in, man. I'm really fucking locked in. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Um, I'm pretty sure at some point in my life, relatively soon at that, I was supposed to go full time with this a long time ago. I had a bunch of money saved up. Unfortunately, I would probably not be going full time anytime soon, which is fine because one, I pay for everything in my house, including my dog stuff and my girl stuff. And I plan to get married at some point, and I plan on buying a new house. So that will probably eat away a lot of my savings. Unless, once again, I hit it big in this. And I probably will hit it big. I'll probably hit a crazy trade that will probably provide all this stuff that I'm talking about. Like the down payment for the new house, whatever I need to do for a wedding, and all that stuff. Like it'll probably come probably this week. Probably. Um, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, maybe I should. That's something I could do. I could keep all the trades of the week in this watch list right here. Ah. Um. What was I calling this? Trades review or something? Weekly review. Yeah, I just put it here, and then at the end of the week, I can just delete it. Okay, that'd be smart. That'll help me easily track the trades that I took. All right, let's get started because I mean I already talked 30 minutes about what I'm gonna do with my life. There ain't no reason to talk. I'm gonna show you. I mean I've been showing it, but we still here, right? I've been streaming since 2022, so this is 2.5 years of streaming stocks. If you guys don't realize what that means, man, you should probably realize. If I mean I'm not I'm not I'm not in the game 2.5 years streaming it and still losing money. I don't. I hope that makes sense to someone out there. Like most people who do this disappear, and they disappear when they blow up because what they did is not working. Once again, I'm not relying on selling anybody anything. Like this is legit. Like the ups, the ups, the downs again, and the ups and downs again that I walk through on stream. All this shit is legit, man. Um, I really don't even want to review my trades, but it's like a part of the process. So like I don't know. We kind of have to, right? Monday I didn't take any trades. That's interesting. No, I did take trades. Okay, there's a lot of trades in here this week. I tried to be a little bit more aggressive this week, but this week actually wasn't that good. But I actually killed it. Um, I hit a new time account. I hit a new account high for um when did my account drop? Oh, so I hit like a new account high for like since like August of this year. So I'm pretty much at a 6-month account high, which is good. It's good. That's good news. So we can clap it up for that. If I wasn't being lazy, I would hit my stream audio button that puts the applause background noise in it. I have a Stream Deck that I don't use anymore. Not that it matters. My hands are ashy. All right, so we took SNTI. We also are doing this little strategy that's weird. I'm not going to talk about it on stream because I really don't want to. I don't want other people to copy it, and I don't want to talk about it. I don't want people to even like know about it at all. I'm trying to keep it under wraps. So maybe we shouldn't. We when I see those trades, I won't talk about them. How about that? Or yeah, no, I just won't talk about them. And it's a new strategy. I didn't even back test it. I actually should back test it, but I actually think I will. Actually, I can back test it. I definitely can. Um, I definitely can back test that one. It'll be relatively easy to do. Also, I got stopped out of falsely. It was some bullshit. I hate life. Why it be doing me so dirty sometimes? I had QMCO. I don't know how that. I don't remember how that trade went. I had Marvel. Marvel. Also took PSTG. So Salesforce also. And we got Coin and we got Hut. I know we took those. We got DXYZ. It seems that we took this Arcada bullshit. And we took this Tara bullshit. Maybe I will talk about those trades. I won't even watch my stream. Why does it even matter? I don't get it. Why would it actually matter? Actually, my streams average like 30 to 50 views per video. But I don't think people watch the whole thing. I don't actually look at, like who's actually watching and how long they're watching it. Coin, DXYZ, Coin, DXYZ, Hut. Yeah, a lot of selling of that stuff because I was blowing it. Being emotional. Say, got to get those big hands. Got to be able to hold through the full move. Okay. We had PLTR for a very long time, so that's not a new trade. All right, so these are all the trades we took this week. And as you can see, a lot of these trades this week were very strong. Very strong. Okay, so let's start off with the trash ones that we don't want to talk about. I took this one this day here on my strategy that I will not disclose yet. I took this one on this day here also with my strategy that I will not disclose yet. I also took PSQH on this day here. Same strategy that I will not talk about. I took DXYZ. I took DXYZ here. And I didn't realize how much it was up. Wow, I made a bunch of money. Originally, I took DXYZ all the way down here. So I've talked about this a lot, but there's a clear strategy where a stock runs up and it runs into the moving average and it bounces. I call it the parabolic bounce because when a parabolic stock bounces off a moving average, which is usually the 10 SMA, at least in my experience, it's usually the 10 SMA. Sometimes it bounces off the 20, but the 10 SMA is like the one that I aim for. So I aim to take it off this bounce here. So I got in like right under $30. I got in like 29, and I botched this trade. And it hurts to this day. I fucked this trade up pretty bad. But if I didn't mess up this trade, I would be up, a ton of money, $43 per share, and I had like hundreds of shares. It'd have been a ton of money, right? But I suck. So, I blew this trade because I couldn't hold. Actually, I added to the position way too many shares. And then I sold, and then I rebrought, and then I sold again, and then it went up. So then I rebrought, but then the next day you can see a gap down. So then I just got destroyed, and I was just like, damn. Anyways, I waited for this thing to consolidate, which it did, and then I took the breakout at like 45.26, and now it's up like $28 or something per share. So good money there. Great trade from me. I got nothing to say. It's a breakout on a futuristic tech stock. It could go crazy. I mean, it could open up next week, at $50. I mean, it could gap down. As you can see, the ADR is 21.8. I mean, the ADR is so it's a very volatile stock. So, even when it went up this much, 32% in a day, I mean, that's not really, that's not even two ADRs. It's a big move, but it's not two ADRs. I mean, so yeah, but good trade, good trade. Made me some money. I took CRDO. Yeah, communication equipment. This is actually, it was the thing was setting up. The thing was doing good. So let's go over this one because, let's see. I say too much now. Take a speaking class. Why did it do that? I just did it again. Bro, can you stop? Damn, the fuck are you on? All right, so this is part of my connectivity solutions. So we're gonna look. You see, these are all the stocks in the connectivity solutions. Pretty much provide some type of, the theme describes itself. It's communication equipment. It just patches different things to different things to help it talk. And you can see most of these were doing actually really strong at the time. As you see, AAOI was up, and this was also up. So 3 of these are on an uptrend. I mean, this one's clearly on an uptrend too. It's just consolidating here. But 3 of these is on an uptrend, and then this gaps up. COM was the leader beforehand. As you can see, it ran 669% in a couple of months. Like, COM was already the leader beforehand. And now COM is cooling, but now it's kind of setting up. But yeah, this one gapped up on good news, and I took it. It was a relatively large gap, so I wasn't really sure how it was going to play out. But I took a chance because it was in theme. Like, a 35% gap is not something I would usually shoot for. I think that's a terrible ideal. So yeah, it gapped up 35%. I took it the first day, and I sold it. I got stopped out at break even the second day, or maybe the third day. I'm not sure. Maybe the third day I got stopped out, and then you can see it reversed and just went up. The theme is still kind of going. And yeah, this stock kind of went parabolic. Not really. 170%, that's kind of parabolic. Bounced off the 20-day. The theme's kind of going, it's kind of not. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's not, I don't know. It'll be hard to like get an entry point on this one now. But yeah, that was a decent trade. I didn't really lose any money, but if I never would have moved my stop, I would have definitely been up a lot more money, because I think this can actually do. I think this actually is going to put in it's going to put in a significant move. I mean, most of these have put in a significant move. Look at this one. This is 150%. If we look at light, this one's setting up. Maybe it's going to put in a significant move. It hasn't really yet, but for the years overall, doing good. COM, like I said, it put in a significant move a lot earlier, over 500%. So you would expect the one that hasn't put in a significant move. This actually did put in a significant move, but not like the other ones. And then it had, already had good momentum. It's kind of consolidating, right? Even though it's up a lot, it's kind of consolidating. Then it gaps up. You would think that this would do the numbers. It's in theme, good news. The sectors, the theme has been running all year. You would think, with incoming good news and the other themes setting up in a good market, that it would make a significant move. But I got stopped out, and I moved my stop up because, once again, it was a 35% gap up. That is a huge move. So since the news came out, is up 60%. Once again, a huge move. Like, that's a relatively huge move to just eat in 4 days. So at some point, this thing has to consolidate, and I imagine it's going to be relatively soon. But after that consolidation, it'll probably go again. But yeah, we have other ones setting up. So let's go to the next trade. CTNT. Was this the AI stock? No. Okay, so this was I took it this day, and this was on that that strategy that I don't feel like talking about. Same thing with this one, except strategy I don't want to talk about, but I made money on this. This actually put in a good move. It's like 20% right there. Yeah. Why? This was a bad trade though. Yeah. I sold this one early because I realized it was a bad trade. I mean, because this is not going from illiquid to liquid. This is already liquid. It's trading 4.3 million. That's a decent amount of volume. PSTG. I took this one as an EP. I don't know. I don't know what the theme of this was. Okay, so my chat GPT on this? No, it is on this computer. Okay. Open this shit up. What is the operations of PSTG? All right, US based technology company specializing in all flash data storage solutions. Here's an overview. Flash data storage. I don't have a theme for this, so I'm not sure why I took this one. I probably just took it because the market was doing good. It's a decent gap. It had decent news, good overall chart. I don't see anything wrong with this trade, except it just wasn't in theme. I would like to take more like momentum based plays that's in theme, but I mean, a momentum based play is a momentum based play. It doesn't need a theme. It is news acting on it that's pushing it forward. So I wouldn't be surprised if this does like really good or something. Like, I mean, it's a strong stock and it's creating a strong move. There's nothing to really think about. I mean, it didn't gap 16% for nothing. 4 ADR, 4.5 ADR, gapping up 16%. That's like a 3.5, 3.6 ADR moves in pre-market alone. That's pretty strong. So, yeah. And you can see the day that it gapped up, I mean, it traded tons of volume. And it traded almost 6 times the volume, 5 times the volume, almost 6. So, yeah, good move. Now, I took falsely because this was a very good trade. I mean, this is like the EP that I think is the most powerful. The reversal EP, in my opinion, over my experience, over my trading years, over my studies, and every single observation I've made, the reversal EPs have been the strongest. There's been no comparison. Or for you don't know, a reversal EP is when a stock is literally down, it has bottomed out, which this one has, right? So for months, this thing has bottomed out, and now it's just consolidating. And then it gets news that makes it gaps up. So I put I took a full position on this pretty much. And I got stopped out by a fucking penny, bro. Now I don't even know if we can go back. 1, 2, 3. Let's see the 5-minute opening range high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we are. The 5-minute opening range high was 6%, or 5.8. So got a pretty decent sized position in it. And I literally got stopped out by a penny. My stop was at 909. 1 cent below the yesterday's low. It hit the yesterday low and it just bounced and ran 20%. That is bullshit. That this trade actually, it's part of the game, but I was actually mad because it bounced back and then it just, like, the first day it went rather well. Like, I was like, okay, this trade's working out. And then higher low, higher low, higher low. And then I was just like, yeah, this thing's about to run, isn't it? And then, 10% day, 20% reversal from where I got stopped out at. It blows. And this was in theme. So good tech stock to have, especially when it's like reversing in a good market. Oh, well, I took this one. Didn't work out. Siemens was coming out strong this day. I forgot what Marvell specifically is. Let's see. I think this one is power management. I know it's not a chip maker. I Forgot what this semi does. Is this connectivity solutions or something? No. As a leading semiconductor company, especially in data infrastructure solutions. Okay, so I have a data storage. Nope. Infrastructures. Let's look at all the semis. Semi communication and connectivity. This is where this one is. And yeah, there was some decent ones at least. SMTC is one I took last week. And this thing. So this thing wasn't doing that bad. Now I can probably tighten up this theme a little bit more, but yeah, it's not doing like super strong either. But a lot of them's not doing bad. Himex is breaking out. Poet was breaking out at the time, pulled back. Yeah, we had some decent ones. So I thought, this one would be good. And also on this day, a bunch of semi stocks was doing strong. Like the semi stocks were just moving in general on this day. A couple of them gapped up. I think Nvidia, not sure. Yeah, Nvidia was, had gapped up that morning too. I think Soxo had also gapped up that morning too, as you can see. But the semis got killed that same day that they gapped up, which is fair. Happens. Either way, I don't think this trade was bad. Coin. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with coin. Yeah, the crypto stuff is, I had a rough week on crypto. I really had to boss up and just say hey, just hold this shit. Why are you selling it? Bitcoin's doing great. All the crypto space is doing great. Why would the miners not do great? It didn't make any sense to try to play this game with a theme that's just been killing it all. This theme's been strong since Trump got in office. Bitcoin's been strong since Trump got in office. But I keep constantly selling it, buying it because some rules of my strategy, and I just wasn't using my discretion. So I think at some point I said, bro, I'm buying this shit and I'm holding it. And it definitely paid off because I just brought coin, I brought HUT, and I brought GBTC. And I held it, and they're all up, a significant amount from when I brought, especially HUT. HUT's up a lot. So that worked out pretty well. I brought Tesla and I sold it. So I'm trash. Yeah, I brought Tesla on this gap up here. And I had a huge position. Over a third of my account. Actually, my account has went up a lot. I did not have a third of my account in. Maybe I had 20%. My account went up a lot. Didn't even realize that. Yeah, that's not a third of my account anymore. It's a fourth. Yeah, it's 25% now. Okay. Yeah, so in the morning, Tesla pulled back. And I just said, nah, I was up so much money. I said, nah, I'm out, bro. So I just took the money. But my emotional decision to not stick to trading a process, it's just something. This is a part of the process. Sometimes discretion works, sometimes it doesn't. And I was up so much in the morning. I was just why would I let something fall apart? So anything that was kind of I should have sold partial. This lesson has been taught many times. I get emotional, not emotional, but not literally I'm boohoo crying or I'm oh my gosh or anything like that. It's just more oh look, I'm up some money. And then the money starts going down oh, don't want it to lose the money. You should sell half. You should sell a partial. Sell a percentage of your position. Because I'm in a winning trade and then I sell all of it because I don't want to see the money go away. I should sell half. But I reacted too fast in the morning and I sold all of my Tesla position. And I had a huge position. So even if I would have sold half, I still would have made a decent amount of money on this move. But I didn't do that. But for the rest of the trades, HUT, I had a lot of, these are all my positions right now. So I had DXYZ. I sold half of this when it went up a lot. I sold half of HUT when it went up a lot. I sold half of PLTR, which I had this for like 3 weeks. It's probably my longest trade of the year, maybe longer than 3 weeks. Probably had this for like, I had this since last month. I think early last month. But the point is like I sold half of everything else and I sold my full position in Tesla in the morning, reacting too fast. I think I also sold like, I think I had some other trades that I sold relatively fast too, but let's get back to it. So I did pretty poor on this trade because this turned out to be a really good trade. Look at this. This is a great flag. This is a great setup. I don't know what theme part of, there's no real theme for Tesla. It's just Tesla. I mean, we're going to make a Trump theme, like stocks that go with Trump presidency. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. We should do that right now, actually. Let's take an intermission. Trump presidency. I'll just say Trump theme. So right off the back, the Trump theme would be like DJT. I would say Tesla in this case. I mean, you gotta say crypto, but like I don't think I'm gonna add crypto in there. I probably should, but like I already have a crypto theme. Like what would be the point of adding like literally crypto stocks? We have Rumble. I feel like Rumble gets a boost from this. I'm not sure. Rumble used to react. But yeah, Rumble's another one. We'll figure out some more stocks that's related to Donald Trump, or when he starts his presidency, he'll probably start saying names of stuff he supports. We can add that to the list or whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's not fully fleshed right now, but these are the ones because Elon's going to be going into office with him. There's going to be other people that go into office with him, right? They probably have companies or their portfolio is heavily invested in something. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. But yeah, someone might already have one. Let me see. I cannot spell presidency. Yeah. I could ask Chat GPT too. Why not? I don't think I can do this all day. I mean, I've been streaming for, who gives a fuck? Shut up. Just work. DJT, Rum, and what was the other one I just named? Was the other one just, oh, Tesla. Right, because Elon's going in office. No, what are you doing? What just happened? Let's see what they think. Sorry, but I can't assist with spanning things related to political campaigns, candidate, and presidency. Let me know. Fuck off. Why can't you, bruh? What? What do you mean? Yeah, how annoying. All right, cool. Whatever. I guess Chat GPT can't help me. But yeah, we took Tesla. We kind of botched that trade. I already explained what I did with the crypto stuff, so no need to talk about that. Salesforce, I got stopped out of. Yeah, I don't have anything to say about this. I don't. Do I have a cloud like type of? I do have a cloud computing. Uh, yeah, I do. I don't think cloud computing's like really strong right now. Um, yeah, it's definitely not on a run or anything like that. I don't really. I took Salesforce because I mean it is the number one like cloud service for the world, right? So it didn't work out. So who cares? Um, wasn't really a good trade. Probably one of the worst trades of the week, honestly. But it wasn't really a bad trade either. I took D King on this breakout. If you're a sports fan, you know that this is like the best time for sports betting coming up. We got baseball. I mean, we got football, basketball. We're gonna have soccer. And I mean, I don't know what other sports there are, but then after football comes to the end and basketball starts coming to the end, baseball pops up. So this is like one of the longest stretches for sports betting. I mean, sports betting is all year round, but I mean, this is like one of the more, at least in the United States, like this is one of the, this is like the prime time to be doing it, right? So, yeah, we got this. We go decent move, 26%. We make a flag. I take the breakout here because sports betting was actually in a theme. I know people didn't see this. A lot of people don't see a lot of stuff, but look at this run up to consolidation. This run up to consolidation. These are all sports betting stocks. This run up to consolidation. This run up to consolidation. Same thing. This is a clear theme going on right here. And D King was, no, I don't know, I wouldn't say leading the way, but I mean it's probably I think it's the biggest one. Oh no, this is the biggest one. So Flute's the biggest one. But D King and Flute is like they're not the same. I mean, obviously like Flute is like FanDuel and D King is DraftKings. These are the biggest ones in the United States. These are what all my friends use to do sports betting. I don't do sports betting because obviously I trade stocks, so I do have time, but like I don't want to be too much energy. Just focus on one thing, right? Just master the thing that you're doing. So as you can see, these are the bigger ones and they're running. The small ones are making good moves. This stuff looks in theme for sure. All of these do. All of these look good. Um, I don't know about this SRAT one, and it doesn't seem that liquid. I'll pass on that one. But this one and that one, this one's also not that liquid. Uh, yeah, but there was like some news with DraftKings and Flute. I think you can probably. There was some news, right? And the news pretty much was that they were being investigated for colluding against the rest of the industry. So I guess back in like 2016, FanDuel and DraftKings was supposed to merge, but it got blocked. They did not allow it to happen. And they're saying that these two companies, the CEOs or whatever, were moving in cahoots the whole time since the block, and putting pressure on all the other companies so they couldn't grow, pretty much stunning the market. And because of that, my DraftKings position, it just happened to come out right when it was getting good, happened to come out. And you can see it took a huge dive here. And I got stopped out. Boo hoo, sucks ass, right? So then I looked at the news and I said, hey, this thing's bouncing back. So then I took an entry, a huge entry, because I had way less risk, on the tail end. Like I just put the stop at down here. And it went back up, but I didn't want to hold it overnight. So I sold the whole position because I thought, hey, this thing could gap up because this investigation could, over the weekend could complete or someone could come out with some news. I said, I'll wait. But I ended up making some money on it, on the bounce back, a decent amount actually. Not a decent amount. I just made back what I lost pretty much from getting stopped out. So I ended up going like break even on this trade. But yeah, sports betting is in a good thing. How much data have I collected for what exactly? What are you talking about? Let's see. Breakouts. I don't. You can ask whatever you want to. I've collected. I've collected more information on breakouts than I can imagine. uh, what is going on? How did this get in this position? Is this supposed to be like this? What am I missing here? Weekly review. I need to get rid of one of these. This is too long. It's not supposed to be like this. Yeah, this is too long. It's supposed to be something like this. Who cares? VX hourly, I don't think I need. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't need that. Let's see here. I have I have automatically pulled information because I have smart friends um who can do back tests. I also have my own back testing software that I created. So I can pull a lot of information, right? Like, but I also done stuff manually. I've done a lot of stuff manually. Actually, I can maybe pull up and show some stuff if that's what you would like to see. No, this is all new stuff. Let's go to the old Discord, the one that I don't care about or use. Oh no, I think it's gone. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Where's this shit at? Um Yeah, where's all my breakout stuff? I think I abandoned it because I don't use it. Let's see. I know it's in that Discord, but I'm not going back in that Discord. Shit's trash. I deleted the other Discord. Hold on. Um, what is it called? Google Docs? I have to sign in? Uh, I can't, if you're talking, I can't see because it's a white screen. Let's see here. I've collected hundreds. No, I've collected more than 100. I collected thousands of breakouts. Um, I collected breakouts on the 5 minute. I collected breakouts on the hourly, and I collected breakouts on the daily. I have not done like any weekly, but I've collected over thousands and thousands of setups on stuff. Manually, doing it manually is like not smart. But hey, like that's how I started. So I probably collected like 500 breakouts manually, and it took me like a year. And then I got with the right people who can help me out, and I collected thousands of daily breakouts in like a day, in like an hour. So on how many variables? My brother, let me show you. Let me show you on how many variables. Uh, 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 uh. I don't know, man. Oh yeah, this stuff. Yep, yep. We got all this stuff. SMA crosses. Uh, on how many variables? How many is this? Where does it tell you at? No, it's not telling me. Well, it went from whatever. It went from AG to KT. Yes, I am not. I'm not. I don't sell information or anything like that. I don't create studies for people. I just stream and make money trading stocks, bro. That's what I do. But if I did sell studies, my studies would be way better than everyone else's. Because the studies I see, people be lying. Like, they be bullshitting you guys. But if you never recreate their studies, you'll never know. But I literally made 2 groups dedicated to studying the stock market. So I'm just going to be in a different, a very drastic different lane from what other people do. Going to be in a drastic different lane from what other people do. But yeah, no, most variables is not useful. Most of the variables that people, even point out are actually not useful. I will say there's a lot of variables that are just unseen that people don't know about that are actually more important. Um, oh man, I'm starting to itch. Goodness. Like, I can give you an example of some variables that people really don't pay attention to, or just like execution processes that are an edge that will help you trade better in itself. Like, for example, I have a back test, right? So I have a back test in here, and I'm not going to run this because I'll probably break something because I haven't ran this in months, because I haven't completed a study in months, right? But like, for example, like, there is an edge in having a break even point, right? Like, there's an edge. Like, if you take a trade and you get up a certain amount, when should you actually start looking to adjust your position? Mathematically, we can figure something out, like when is the best time. Like, if a stock goes up 2 ADR, should we expect it to come back to the break even point? And if it does come back to the break even point, what is the chance that that stock is now going to hit failure? These are all things you can back test, right? So if a stock has an ADR of 5, it goes up 15%, and then it comes back to your break even point, which would be $5, whatever you brought it at. So it went up 3 ADRs. It came back down to the break even point. So you just lost 3 ADRs. That's a huge move for the record. What should you be looking for? Like, should you be like, I'm going to hold this and see if it goes back up, or is there a higher chance that something fails? So there's a lot of different edges that you can create by just knowing statistically what stocks do under certain environments, not even based off data alone. Like, a stock moved up this amount of ADRs, pulled back. Okay, if a stock pulls back 1 ADR, does that mean that the momentum's leaving out of it? What does that mean for me? Should I be moving my stop up to break even? Should I be not worried about it? There's all types of different. I would say execution's probably one of the, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say, but because it's gonna vary for different strategies. But like, I would say execution is probably one of the most underrated edges, because people don't understand, like, they don't study execution. Like, people really don't study execution, which is weird. They study data. Like, if all you did was study these numbers, you'll be missing out on one of the most important things: executing the fucking trade. What is the best way to execute the trade? Not like your entry and exit points, but like managing the actual position is huge. It's like a real thing that most back testers don't even look at. Why? I don't know. It's the dumbest thing ever. Like, for example, if you're a bowler, right? If you're a bowler and you want to focus on how to get strikes, you can look at all the data, say, hey, hit the pin like this and throw it here, But that's what it's going to say, like, hey, you're going to hit between, I don't know the bowling things, but let's say it's like 10 and 9 or something. Or maybe I should have stuck with a sports example that I understand, but I don't. It's too late. We're here, right? So let's say you hit between 10 and 9, which would be the front pin and the pin to the right of it. And you have a right spiral spin or something like that, right? So you hit the ball going, what's this, counterclockwise. That usually leads to a strike, right? But if you look at the execution, you say, I have to throw the ball between these arrows, the arrows that line up, that will be part of execution. A bowler is going to look at, like, hey, I need to throw the ball between here. I need to hook it. My ball needs to be hooking at this so I can get this angle. For some reason, back testers only look at the end result the data to end result. They don't look at the stuff in between, like managing the trade, how we can optimize that part, which is super weird because I work with back testers a lot. I work with them a lot. Like I work with tons of back testers. And when I introduce these ideals to them, they're like, oh, wow, I never thought about that. Why not? But I realize a lot of people who do like all the back testing stuff, they don't trade. I just happen to do both. I literally trade with discretion, and I also back test stuff. And I also know like a lot of advantages back testing has. And I know a lot of disadvantages that back testing has and why a lot of back tests are flawed and you can't recreate the process. But yeah, I have tons of data. And the thing that I preach here is themes, momentum. Momentum's definitely the biggest edge. How do you deal with multiple micro variations of breakouts and correlation analysis between different variables? I don't. I mean, personally, I don't. That's why you have statistical software, right? I mean, I'm not sure what you're asking in general, but it sounds like how do you deal with, basing stuff to figure out what variables actually matter and which ones don't. And that's when I come in here and tell you, I don't. My software does. Us as humans, that will be, look, once again, look how much data I have. If I literally need to figure out which ones are the best at helping me for my data set, it would take years. That would be insane to do by hand. So I run software to figure out which stocks have the highest correlation and which variables those are, which combinations are best. It'll literally run a chain and figure it out for me. Say, oh, hey, for this data set, what seems to be correlating to the highest results or the highest one-day gains, once again, I can pull up, where is it at? Daily output, backtest results. So I go in my results and I'll say, hey, like, I want to know which stocks have the highest pre-market low to low average, or I wouldn't care about that, but like open to high average. Which stocks in this group, what led to the best open to high average, right? And that's a field that I have in my daily output, right? And I will put that into my correlation vortex here, which is in my settings, correlation mapping. I would just go down here and say which ones I want to test for. As you see, I have a lot. And it would just be that simple. It would tell me like, hey, these are the really strong ones. I mean, no, I'm up a decent amount. I'm not up a ton. Like I wouldn't say a ton. I was up over 100% this year, but then I lost it all. So, but then I gained a decent amount of it back. But that's part of trading though. Like having knowledge means nothing if you cannot use it correctly, or I don't know. It's not that hard to explain. I explained it tons of time in my stream, and I already explained it today, actually earlier in the stream. That's the first thing I did when I woke up and talked about all this stuff. Like not woke up and talked about it. The simplest words that caused me to I would contribute it to two factors. One, laziness. That's like number one. I just stopped working hard. I told the simplest story is that, it's on my YouTube, it's on my stream. I talked about when I was up 100%, I was going into my birthday. I turned 32. Let me speak. I turned 32 and I said, hey, I want to take a break in life. Like I busted my ass to get here. I'm very successful. And I just don't want to work hard. That's literally it. And I stopped working hard. And that 100%, I seen go away each day as I just wasn't focused on trading. I was just not focused on anything. I was playing Elden Ring every single day. Wasn't really preparing for the stock market. Wasn't spending hours like searching for new stuff. I wasn't doing shit. I was just laxy. I was being lax. Just showing up, trading after like maybe 30 minutes of preparation. And the market humbled me because I thought my hard work that I had already did meant that I can take it easy. And realistically, I thought that maybe that should be the case. But now I don't think that anymore. And yeah, just being lazy, like just trying to take it easy. This is not a field where you get to take it easy and see success. That's just not how it works. As soon as you lose the hunger for this, you're going to suffer. That's all that happened. I lost the hunger because I didn't want to trade. I mean, I didn't want to keep studying and putting all this effort and all this preparation. I wanted to do other stuff. I wanted to focus on other stuff. I just wanted to enjoy my life. Not a crime, but yeah, I lost a ton of money for it. Paid the price. Market taught me. Valuable lesson. Valuable lesson. Uh, the best way I can explain to you how data means nothing, right? Let's just say like, okay, I have all this data. So do all my people that I work with to get all this data. I can give this data to anybody and I can literally show them the edge. Edges only last for certain periods of the market. And edges from a back test are definitely not real. Let me repeat that. If you get a 100% edge from a back test and you think you're going to get those statistical results, you are not. That's not how it works. You can, I have gotten stuff, I have created edges that have lasted literally for like 5 months. And then if you trade that for another 3 months, that edge can literally be dead and you will wipe your account out. Like if you just keep trading the same thing. So I personally, like, the other part of why, like I said, I did not want to work. So I was showing up 30 minutes before the market, doing a little bit of prep and then trading the thing that wasn't working, that I knew should have worked because I had tested already and I seen that it worked. It worked to get me the 100%. Why would it stop working? That was like my mentality. Why do I have to go figure out something else that's new that will work in the market? Why? I had a temporary edge. I knew the edge was temporary because we tested it, prior years. In prior years, it didn't have the same consistency. But from 2023 to 2024, like midway to 2023, like October 2023 to February 2024, we seen it had a huge spike in success rate, which gave me the ability to trade these stocks at a high level and make tons of money. That's how you use the data. But when it stops working, you have to pull the plug. If you cannot properly pull the plug because you don't want to work or you're emotional or you think you should be making money or you think you just don't have to like actually show up every day and be focused and you think you just gonna outwork the market or whatever, you're gonna outbeat the market, you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna lose. And that's how you lose the money. It's very simple. The same way everyone else gets up 200, 100%, or they have a period where they're making tons of money and then they lose it all. That's the same way I lost it. Except this time I thought because my stuff was rooted in some back testing edge that wouldn't get rotated out in a couple of months, I thought I was just going to keep making money. But that wasn't the case. Like it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. That's why when they talk about I can't even think, but the guy that made all the mathematician stuff, right? Like the guy who cracked the code of the market, and they're still to this day, they have their own hedge fund that keeps iterating over the market and finding new edges. Why would they keep finding new edges? Why would you keep finding new edges? Because edges die constantly. Yeah, the momentum breakout stuff. That's what we had. That's one of the edges that I had verified through back testing. Yeah, I mean that it's not a secret. I mean I've talked about it beginning of the year. right? It's definitely not a secret. I mean, I also talked about EPs, right? I've talked about EPs and how they have an edge, and trading them a certain way has an edge, based on execution. Like I said, execution is a huge thing. I don't know why people don't pay attention to it. How to manage the trades, obviously help you make money. Yeah, I mean, if you want to just take a trade and do some bullshit with it, and hold it forever and act like, it's never going to go down, or, it starts going down and then you just see no reason to ever sell it. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's probably not going to work. It's going to be no, I usually don't put lower day stops for EPs is just brain dead. I mean, you're just, I don't know. At some point, I mean, it's on everyone else to figure out what works for them, but at some point, people really need to think for themselves and just say, why would one stop work for every single strategy? And if in your mind, one stop works for every strategy, and you truly believe that, I don't, hey man, whatever. I'm not gonna say much about it. I'm not gonna say how I really feel, but like I said, if people want to be brain dead, great. Don't bother me at all. I don't give a fuck. Like, do whatever you want to do. So I know I took QMCO here trying to take the bounce, and this trade didn't work out. So that's the last trade review. So we can start on the next stuff. But yeah. I mean, like I said, having data doesn't mean jack dilly shit, man. Listen, I'll explain what data is good for. You can use whatever type of stops you want. I mean, it really don't matter. Like, I mean, you once again, like, why does a stop actually matter? There's people who make most of the traders that I know that make tons of money, they don't even use stops. Stop is crucial for R. I 100% agree with you. I use stops personally, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, why do stops actually matter? That is the crucial question. Why do stops actually matters? That's something people need to figure out. Stops matter because it's going to be different for each person too. Stops matter for me because I don't want to have to guess of when I need to get out the stock. And I also want to have a set risk, and stops help me do that, right? But when you talk about someone like Stogats, or you talking about someone like, they don't even, like, Stogats really don't use stops. Like, I don't think people really understand it. He don't really use stops, and he doesn't have defined risk. Like, he doesn't say each trade I'm going to risk 1% of my account. I say each trade I'm going to risk 1% of my account. But people like and Stogats, they don't do stuff like that. They say, hey, I think this is a good trade. I'm going to put in X amount of dollars into this trade because I believe it's good. I'm going to have a max risk loss. Like, if this hits here, I'm going to accept that I'm wrong and go. But they don't really have a stop in mind. So, and does something similar. Like, they don't really talk about stops like that because, like, let me ask you this. Do you think your stop matters as much as your execution over the trade? Your stop is literally if the trade goes wrong. But what do they tell you? They say, let your winners win and cut your losers. So to let your winners win, there has to be some type of really good execution. It has to be some type of really good process for executing your winners. There has to be something there. Your stop should not, listen, if each trade you took, that trade went to zero, or if you maximize that trade over a year, I guarantee you there's more money in maximizing the trade over a year, even if every single stock went to zero, because that's just how the number works out. If I put $1,000 to each trade and I take, I don't know, 100 trades and I have no stops, right? And I maximize for each year, I get the max number or I take the lowest number on that trade. There's going to be a lot more money on the maximum than the low. Statistically, I'm being serious. Like I've looked into this stuff, and it might not make sense to people. What I'm saying is, if you took each trade for whatever time period you're looking at, I mean, you should figure out the time period that you're looking at and say, over a month, I'm going to take the low or I'm going to take the high. And you took all your trades and you looked at it from that standpoint and did a plus and minus, you're going to come out plus for the month. If you're gooding, if you actually have like an edge, if you actually have a strategy, you're like taking breakouts or whatever, maybe not on breakouts, but like on EPs and stuff. I don't really know. If you don't know, you got a lag spike. If you don't know, I don't really deal with, like, I don't really believe in breakouts. I don't. I think breakouts are low hanging fruit. I think breakouts are terrible. I think breakout traders are not really breakout traders. I think most breakout traders that are successful, they're actually momentum traders or theme traders. They literally aim for stocks that are having news and breaking out because of that. That's not the same as trading like a pattern or something like that where, but either way, what I was saying was if you take the high of the month and the low of the month from your entry point, most of your stocks will be, if you're trading stocks that, I don't know about breakouts, but if you're trading stocks that are in theme, have momentum, or EPs, et cetera, you will realize that your stop doesn't matter. What will matter will be your execution. Because if you can figure out a way to maximize the positive, the negative is going to be lower regardless. But I probably explained that terrible, but I don't know. That's like the best way to, I don't know how to explain it well, but either way it goes, what I'm saying is there's more positive than negative. If you just focus on execution, there's a lot more positive than negative. If you just focus on execution, because as most of us know, we're trading the best stocks on the market. That means it's not a secret. We are trading the best stocks on the market. Like, look at this. Look, I'm going to go through my list, right? I'm going to go through my list. My backwatch list, which is not even complete, but I'm just going to kick the ones off that don't need to be here or whatever. So, but look at all these stocks that are seeing tons of growth, right? Look at all these stocks that are seeing tons of growth. There's more stocks in this list that are hitting 100% gains in a month than are hitting 0% gains in a month. That's a fact. So if you focus on your entry point and executing the trade properly, with your risk management, managing the trade, I don't think you'll be that nervous about a stop. But me personally, I have a stop because I'm not good enough to remove the stop and then exit the trade. If you are still doing emotional trades, you probably need to have a stop. I don't think Stogotz and Juno are people who are doing emotional trades. I am though. That's just me. Like you said, they're rich. Why? I don't think they have the same worries that I do. Like, they're rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different ball game. They're not worried about making every single dollar. I am. I'm not rich. And I want to stop working, right? So looking at two different aspects, two different mentalities. That's not true. You can have a wide stop and just put in however much of your account you want. It just depends on how much you want to risk. I get what you're saying though. Like, if you have a set risk of 1% of your account, you're not going to be able to use wide stops, which is why most of us don't use wide stops. But if you have a big baller account, you probably are not risking 1% of your account each trade. I don't know. I don't have a big baller account. But when I talked to Stogots, I mean, last time I talked to him, it wasn't that long ago, but last time I talked about him about this specific scenario, he didn't say, like, he told me, like, he doesn't have set risk, but he doesn't risk a lot of his account, and he has a big account. Like, he has a pretty big account. So, I mean, we're once again, two different ballparks. Did I already go through this? It's crazy. Yeah, but anyways, get back to the answering the question. The thing I think is the most important in trading is themes. I think it makes more sense to have set risk. That's why I do it. But once again, if you are trying to grow an account, having set risk is actually not the best way to make money. It's actually the hardest way to make money. But let's just say you had good discretion and you just knew this trade was going to work. You can just put your whole account in the trade. Use a stop, and maybe the stop is like 5%, of your account. So I lose this trade, I'm going to lose 5% of my account. Cool, whatever. All right, I did that. I lost the trade. I lost 5% of my account. The next trade comes along, you win that one. You got your whole account in it, and the stock goes up 30%. You just made 30% of your account. You're now up. So, no, statistically, if you want to make money, using set risk or dynamic risk based on your position to stop is would be the best way to, it would just be the best way to do it. But if you're focusing on surviving and the long game and being around and all that stuff and learning and like building up your execution and building up your edge and all that, there's no reason to ever do something like that. There's no reason to put your whole account into one stock. Once again, it's just different. It's just different lanes for different people. If I already have $1 million and or I have a $5 million account and I put $100,000 into something, it's just not the same. And like literally, if that $100,000 goes up 100%, I made someone's salary for a year. A lot of people's salaries for the year. Like, it's just a different level. You know what I'm saying? What up, Remixo? Good to see you, man. I don't think anything about Pradeep. I think he's an amazing teacher. That's it. I think he's an amazing teacher at basic concepts. That's literally it. That's my only thoughts. I don't, outside of that, his trading style and all the other shit he does, I don't give a fuck about it. And more or less, not only do I not give a fuck about it, I mean, it's been disproven tons of times. So it's like, I don't know. But I think the guy's a gem in our community because the guy posts tons of content and he's a great teacher if you can understand what he's saying. I mean, like, his explanation of situational awareness, the trading mentality, the risk management, the basic rules of how to trade, bro. And his early work is like so. His early trading work is so it's so good. The edge is literally in people's faces if they go back and read his early work because the shit still works, but people don't. I don't know, but. Yeah, the stuff that he teaches now, man, like in all the subscription stuff that he does, like this dude done his job, man. Like I don't have nothing negative to say about him. This dude's done his job. Does his stuff work anymore? I don't know. But I know he's a legit trader. He definitely has the right mentality. He has the right teachings. If I had to recommend someone to start learning from, like, not like a trading strategy, but the mentality of how to be a trader, what matters, putting together a system and all that. This dude explained it better than everyone if you can understand him. He explains it better than everyone that I've seen, at least. He does a really good job as a teacher of how to trade. Now, if we're talking about strategy, I don't have nothing to say about it. But regardless, if I have anything to say about it or not, like I said, his early works is what a lot of people base their work on. So proof is in the pudding. His early works and what he traded to grow his account. Yeah, a lot of people, they modified it. And I mean, he even started modifying it, but I'm not sure there's a reason to modify it. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. And that's usually where you find the most popular edges. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And even if it don't work, bar for bar, or it's not going to fit into a back test perfectly, right, to get some type of positive edge or whatever, wouldn't matter. He gives a lot of, this is what I was trying to say earlier about the back testing stuff. Back testing is honestly not that important. Like, you don't need to back test and learn, some type of perfect strategy that makes money, because that strategy is going to die. The more important thing to do when you back test, and this is what I do, you need to find things that actually improve results of multiple data sets. And I'll give you guys one, right? When you're looking at gappers, when you're looking at momentum-based trades or whatever, when you're looking at these things, one of the most important things to do, one of the most important things to look at and how to trade is, I said this earlier in the stream, like in the first 30 minutes, because I literally didn't do anything except talk about my year and what I want to do, moving forward with my trading career in the first 30 minutes. So if you go back, it'll be more in detail. But one of the most important things you can do with all the back testing data is figure out different conditions that help improve whatever results you're looking for over multiple sets of data. So for example, if I want my open to high to be great, I want to have my open to high to be a very large range, right? One of the most important things that I found so far was, this pre-market is what do I call it? Pre-market fade, something like that. Where's it at in here? It's in here somewhere. Pre-market range, pre-market high fade, pre-market low gain. These are some of the most important things that I have personally found in my trading to help me trade gappers. First of all, why is this not in percent? Is this in percent? It should be, but it's not. What is going on with this chart? Anyways, doesn't matter. Pretty much what I'm saying is you find these different conditions for whatever data sets that you're looking over to help you get the results that you're looking for. For example, if you're going to do a day trade, what is one of the most important things you can look for a day trade? You're going to be looking for a stock that has very good open to high range. If you're going to be doing like some type of reversal, right, you're going to be looking for something that has a very good low to high range. So if you're looking for a reversal trade, you want to look for something that, like a mean reversion. So if you're looking for like some type of mean reversion, you want to look for something that has a big dip, or it's going to have a dip during the day, or it's going to have a low point. Every stock has a low point, but mainly you're going to probably be looking for something that has a low for the day for a mean reversion, and then it literally reverts, right? And these are type of statistics that you can look for, and then you can correlate different conditions to it. And you don't have to come up with like a back test for this strategy. You can just look and say like, okay, this one improves this parameter. It makes it more efficient by, a decent amount. This is 20% more efficient when we have this factor in. This is 20% more efficient when we have this factor in. You add in all these factors that help improve your odds of maximizing your reward, and then you trade based on that. That's an edge. Like, because like I said, back testing is going to rotate in and out and die. But these conditions, if you can see them throughout history, you can remove the execution. You can still say, oh, like, hey, I remember this condition definitely helps with open to high range. Like, it was a big part of it. Something like ADR, something as simple as ADR. Like, ADR it correlates to different things. Volume correlates to different things. I mean, you can just I don't know. So I mean, you go in with the what's good, Cap. So you just go in with the mindset of like, figuring out what matters, what conditions actually matter. That's more important than the data itself. Like the data is important. You need the data to figure it out. But once you know what conditions matter, like you don't need to back test anymore. You can just be like, oh, these are the conditions that matter for a breakout. All right. So what conditions matter for a breakout? You do need the right data. And finding the right data is the hardest part, probably of trading, period. Is finding the right data. But once you do that, that is the edge. Oh yeah, I've been doing really good, Cap. But yeah, like that is the edge. It requires a ton of creativity. I spent thousands of hours studying. That's why I know. And I don't, like I said, I don't have all the answers and I'm not rich. You know what I'm saying? But even with all that being said, like, hey, listen, some people have a natural tact for picking it apart. It took me a year to figure out that situational awareness matters. It took a year. It took me almost 2 years to figure out that themes matter. You know what I'm saying? It took me 2.5 years to figure out that stocks don't just move because patterns. It took me 2 years 2.5 years to figure out that breakouts don't matter. What matters is the story that caused the breakout, the momentum that's pushing that thing forward, that's going to make it propel. And a lot of people haven't even figured that one out yet. Like a lot of people just think, oh, look, like, hey, look, there's a flag on the chart. Ooh, let's mark that one down. Don't care about volume. Don't care about the story. Don't care about the market. And then they wonder why they don't do good trading breakouts. It's like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Like, pretty much the data matters because you need to figure out the conditions that matters around that setup that improve the efficiency of making that setup work. You don't need a back test if you can figure out that stuff alone. So you don't need to go through the back test and say, ooh, when I do X filter with X filter with X filter with X filter, and then I do an open range high break and I put the stop here, I can get, a 20% return for the year. That's stupid. That's how most people do back testing. But that's also lazy because they want to do that and automate it so they don't ever have to actually trade. I'm a trader at heart, here, and here. I'm a trader. I want to trade. I want to be responsible for my trades. I want to manage my trades. I want to use my discretion. I want to use my knowledge to get the maximum reward. I want to be a real trader. I want to put up big numbers each year while I'm trading. I don't want 30% returns. I'm not getting 30% returns. I want hundreds. Do you think it's possible that you miss some crucial variables to getting an insane edge? For sure. For sure. It's not, I don't think, I know. Bro, I know. I know. I know. It's not a question. It's not a question for me if I missed edge. I missed tons of edge. I'm missing it now. I'm going to miss it tomorrow when the market opens. I'm going to miss it next year. There's something that someone's doing right now that's making them insane amounts of money that I have not figured out. And there's always going to be something like that. And there's nothing you can do about it. The thing that you can do is focus on what you do. That's it. That's literally it. What just happened to my music? Did it just stop? Isn't this shit like a live loop? Bruh. Oh, wait. How do I fix this? Okay. I go to audio source, stream loop, and hit play. And that didn't work. How do you hit reset? Okay. Oh, look like we ran out of music. Which one is it? I don't even. Fuck it, who cares? I'll just play it in the background, right? I should have something on here. It should say stream loop. Maybe we should just wrap stream up. Done enough talking today, anyways. Right. Whatever. All right, let's keep going. All right, you're way too loud, bro. Where's desktop audio? You're way too loud. I don't have desktop audio. All right, I'll fuck some stuff up. Whatever. Doesn't matter. We'll fix it later. Anyway, so yeah, like the main thing you can do is figure out what you want to trade and then go over the data for yourself and optimize that. I mean, that's like one of the best things you can realistically do. There's no way to cover the entire market. There's no way you're gonna figure out everything. You're gonna miss edge. But I mean, there's a lot of basic stuff that you can learn from actually just studying the data. Like you can learn that lower day stop is not good for every single setup in a row. That's something basic you can learn in a matter of a couple of hours if you have an automated way to study. You can learn that it's not the best stop in the row, right? Very simple, very, very easy. All right, I want to get through this. I have like 4 hours I have to put in for my job, so I need to actually focus up and get through the stream. But yeah, like I was saying, if someone watches the beginning of this stream, they'll see what I was talking about. I really want to put out like content. Like I really want to start putting out some content. I'm not going to charge anybody for it. I just want to like gain a YouTube base or something. I don't know why. It's always been a goal of mine, but I always just kind of backed out of it because it seems like so much work to not get paid for. But I like stumble across people's content in the stock market and I'm like, this shit is so trash, bro. I really be lost. Cause the shit actually be garbage that they be spitting out. It be terrible. It be bad advice. It be stuff that's easily disproven. And I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, I should just start making videos just disproving stuff in general. Like, but I'm not like that big of a hater and I really don't care about other people's stuff like that. And also back tests don't show everything. So it's not like, even if you disprove something on a back test, it don't always mean that you actually disprove it. Like, I mean, you'd be like, yeah, this shit don't work historically. Yeah, but it's working for my trades. I can't say that's like wrong. Like it is definitely people who just choose the right stocks to trade. And even though their strategy don't work, they making money because their selection is just amazing. So I don't know. It's a tough one. Ooh, CXAI is pumping. What is the ADR on this? It's pretty high. It went up 30%. Ooh, 8.7 million after pretty much non-existent volume. That is the type of trades I like to personally look at. No. Yeah, but in general, the things that I think matter the most if you're trading is, once again, I'm going to be biased. You can go somewhere else and figure out what they think, but I'm going to say momentum and themes. And themes is just another way of finding momentum. So really, I'm just saying momentum 2 times. But theme trading is probably one of the easiest trading styles you can take upon yourself. You buy a theme, you hold it, you make money if you are actually in a theme. And themes can run for a very long time, or they can run, consolidate, and then run again. You can base how you want to trade the themes however you want to. Like, we had tons of themes this year. Let's look at, this is a theme. Quantum computing is a theme. If you got in at the beginning and you just held, I mean, you pretty much had a great year. There's nothing else to say about it. you would just have a great year. I mean, all these ran like 500%. QUBT ran 1,000. INONQ ran 368%. That's like the mainstream one that everyone knows about. We had Airspace did the same thing. Their whole industry ran like 200, 300% just in the last couple of months. What is this? It's like, I don't know what VTOL stands for. It's like a launch and landing. It's pretty much drones. I don't know. Anyways, this shit has ran a ton too. Like, I mean, we got some good ones in here, but the space theme was even better than this one. But yeah, like if you just took it and held, no, it's the aerospace and satellite stuff that's been killing it. Yeah, I mean, look at this. These are the themes of like some of the themes for the year, bro. Like, I mean, once again, I really can't make this shit up. Like, I mean, just look at these stocks when the theme comes in. I mean, look at RKLB. I mean, yeah, you get into the theme, you just hold it. I mean, that's just it's one of the easiest ways to make money. It just is what it is. See, that's the problem though, right? When you say if you want to make money, and I'm not saying a lot because that would depend on other factors, but the number one important thing to me is the environment. The number one important thing is the environment. That is true. But what are themes? What are themes? Themes is literally subsections in the market, and the market is the environment. And you're trading the subsections of the market that have an advantage. That is literally what themes are. Like there's a market, and inside that market, there's not millions, there's thousands of subsections, right? You figure out what subsections are working in the environment right now, currently. Don't wait on the environment to just be good overall. That is not how you make money. You can make money doing that, but you're going to make a lot less money in that environment. One, because you're going to be taking a lot less trades. And two, you're going to be missing out on a lot of opportunities because there's always themes running. In 2022, the market was terrible. A lot of people did terrible during that market. I did great. I had one of my strongest years. I think I had my best year in my individual trading account in that market. Why? I traded themes. I traded coal and I traded oil and gas. And it was such a simple market. Like, let's look at this. What is the coal stock that okay, never mind. Yeah, we can just do this. Look at this. Look at energy during 2022. Look at this. This is 2022. It went up 60. The overall industry went up 60%. Do you see the SPY? The SPY went down. So don't just wait on the market, the environment to be overall good like it is now. Don't just wait for the overall market to be good like it is now. That's not it. You're giving up tons of money. There is subsectors in the market. And if you spend the time to find the themes, the momentum that's actually in the market that is present, theme trading is all I'm saying. And then you trade those themes, you will make money. There's no doubt about it. If you can figure out how to trade themes, you will make money, because all you're doing is you're subjecting yourself to trading in a subgenre of the market, the environment that is empowered, that has an advantage, that is doing good. I've studied almost every single bear market that I can get my hands on data. There's always a theme. There's always a theme. You couldn't name a period in your, if someone can come on here, I would literally cash out them $100. If someone can name a 6-month period in a market where everything was just negative and there was no theme, nothing ran. You won't find it. You just won't find it. That won't happen. Unless it's like back in before 2000 or something. I have 20 years worth of data that I have studied. You just won't see that happen. There's always, once again, always something in the market doing good. Essentially, what you're saying when you say that nothing's going to be running during a bear market, you're saying all the economy is bad, no company is doing good. But there's companies, like, for example, oil and gas is usually strong when the market is actually it's not always strong when the market's not strong, but oil and gas is not correlated to the market. So a lot of times when the market's not doing good, for some reason, oil and gas starts doing good. Bonds start doing good. Gold and silver start doing good. People start moving their money outside the market when things go bad, and they start putting it into safer assets like oil and gas, gold, silver, materials, things that can't go away. Defense consumer sections start doing good. And these sections usually don't do good when the market's doing good and we have all this tech stuff running, right? What I'm saying is, from my experience at least, there's always a theme. There's always one. You might not be able to find it in real time. In hindsight, you might be able to find it. I'm not saying theme trading's easy. I'm not saying trading's easy. I'm just telling you what I think is the most consistent way to make money year round is use the advantages that the market give you. And the market gives you advantages a decent amount. That's all I'm saying. But finding it, that's a different story. Like I said, nothing in this is easy. But once you have all the data and all the information, it's really just on you executing. You want to be a good trader? Get the data, figure out what matters in your style of trading. That's number one. Number two, use the market to your advantage. That's number two. Boom, boom. If you can do those two things and put together a risk management system that's not going to have you lose after 10 consecutive losses for trades, you'll probably do good if you can do those two things. Figure out the things that matter. Trade in markets that give you advantage. And put together a risk-reward system. Number four will probably be work your ass off. Literally show up consistently, treat it like a job. Don't just lollygag and, I'm just here today or whatever. Show up consistently, treat it like a job. It'll help. If you show up every day on time, prepared, studied up, ready for the next day market and all that stuff, you'll be doing good. Anyways, we really got to finish this shit out. We have 471 stocks to go through. It's a lot. It's a lot, bro. It's a good. The last 2 weeks actually haven't been that great. But once again, there's so many themes inside the market that are obvious that people are probably thinking the market is just going good. Let's look at this. For example. What is the SPY doing? SPY's making all-time highs. Okay. I could be wrong. The QQQ had a really strong week. Looks like I'm wrong. So this week was strong, but the week before this was bad. That's what I'm trying to say. This week was strong. But you can see we had a downward incline the 2 weeks, so not this week. And then you can see our breadth indicator is actually pulling back. So you can see our breadth indicator is actually reversing, which means that some stocks are losing its follow through currently. So a little bit of mixed opinions, I guess, but a lot of stocks did pull back this week, I feel like. But I'm just going based off my backwatch list. I had 100, 2 weeks ago, I had 200 plus names in my backwatch list. Then last week I had 140. And then we end this week at 70. But then I'm going to add, a bunch of names from this list here. So yeah, tomato. But pretty much what I'm saying is, from my experience, a lot of stocks did pull back. I didn't have a bad week. I don't think the market is actually anywhere near bad. I think this is probably the third or fourth strongest session I seen the in the market run so far of my entire career. So like I traded during 2020, so obviously that was one of the craziest runs I seen in 2020. 2020, I think March to like August, or maybe it was like March to May, we had a crazy run. So that's number one for sure. And then I think from November till January, it was probably lower than that. It was probably like from November 2020 to February, or maybe early February 2021 was a crazy run also. We had all the meme stocks. That's when the GameStop stuff happened. That's when the Wall Street bets start taking over. Everyone was talking about going to the moon. Like that was a crazy run. And then we had some crazy runs in between this time as well. I think 2022 there was no crazy runs like that. There was absolutely no crazy runs like that. Not for multiple months. 2022 just didn't have that, but it had a clear theme. 2023, I think the beginning of the year 2023 was very strong. I can't remember all of it, so I can't really compare it to like 2024's market. 2023 wasn't like a super strong year. It had periods like you could have definitely made and should have made money. It had strong periods. Like I said, the beginning of the year, but like the middle of the year to the end of the year was pretty ass. Until like, I think it was like October to November maybe, or maybe it was November to December. I don't know. Either way it goes, November of 2023 to like February of 2024, crazy strong market. And I might not even contribute that to 2023. I might just literally contribute to 2024. January to February in 2024 was a different kind of beast in the market. Like you had so many opportunities each and every single day. I'm talking about things popping off, AI, crypto, weed. I mean, so much stuff was just going crazy. You had gold and silver at the time for some odd reason. The shitco stocks was pumping. Small caps was just pumping up left and right. Everything was going parabolic. Like it was a crazy time in the market, during that period. And then we have this period now, which I think this period now, since Trump has taken over, I think this period might literally be stronger than, I think this might be the strongest. No, this has to be third. It couldn't beat the memes. The meme stuff was like, the meme stuff was crazy. And then 2020, that was like a once in a generational time. Like if you were trading then. So I don't even think the weed theme is like even a real thing right now. Like it's terrible. Yeah, I wouldn't be touching that. But yeah, I would say those were like the four strongest periods. 2023 would probably have another period in there if I did like top 5 strongest like sessions in the market. And a session in the market is just like the market's really strong right now. I mean, that's literally what, it's been strong for like, X amount of months. And usually from my experience, I haven't been around, I've been around for a while now. I've been around since 2020. That's literally when I started trading. I would say that I don't know if I believe in that one. I would say that a strong session of market usually lasts like maybe a month and a half to 3 months, 2.5 months, a month and a half to 2.5 months is probably more correct. But like I said, we got some periods where, like I said, 2023 to 2024, we had like November to February. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Even during like the COVID market, the like majority of the gains was made back from March to, it was like March to June. So it wasn't like 2020, the whole year was crazy. It was majority of the gains was made back in a session. Like it was like a 3-4 month session. It was a longer session for sure. But the beginning of the session was like most of the moves, when most of the moves was made. Yeah, market cycles is very important to learn. Market cycles is, like I said, awareness is one of the most important things you can learn. And you know, with awareness, you're gonna learn market cycles. You're gonna learn. I talked about this a lot: sector cycles or seasonal cycles. You know, you have periods where certain sectors in the market do better than others. Uh, yeah, I mean, just gonna learn. Like when you go through the process and start taking trading serious, I mean, each year you'll probably level up if you stick it out. Most people don't stick it out because they lose money. Why did I add this one? Oh, and this one, I don't know. We'll just fuck it, let it go. It's a very hard learning process. Some people get on it like immediately. Some people just get it immediately. I don't know how. They're just naturally gifted to picking up cycles and seeing like, oh, like this stuff matters. But like once you realize the stuff matters, it'll make so much sense. Like it'd be like, why did I not think about this earlier? Like why was I just focused on this one thing? You know, why was I just so much like invested into this before? Why was I not paying attention to this before? It just starts to make sense. You know, it literally just starts to put together and make sense. You're like, oh, okay. You know, like when I first started trading, in like 2020, like my friends will refer to like seasonal or maybe like theme trading as like sympathy plays. That's what they called it. A lot of people still call stuff like that. Like, oh, this stock went like this, so the lesser stock is going to do this. I'm going to go jump into the lesser stock because, you know, stock X and stock Y are related, except stock X got the good news. So stock Y is going to move up with it because the industry's now doing good. It's like, that's so like it's like a silly way of looking at theme trading when you look at it. Sympathy plays do exist though. Don't get me wrong. But sympathy plays are more like, you know, Nvidia invested into this company owns this other company, so both companies are going to go up. That's like a sympathy play. They were talking about like, you know, trading like, oh, Coca-Cola had good news today, so Pepsi's also going to go up. That's that's not necessarily true, but that's like the type of sympathy plays we were talking about in 2020. But we just had started trading. We didn't know shit. I mean, I still don't feel like, nah, that's a lie. I feel like I know a lot now. Nah, that's a lie. That's a lie. I feel like as far as streamers go and people who actually trade and actually put out content on the internet, I feel like I am in the upper echelon of knowledge when it comes to trading. Once again, I'm not saying I'm the best trader. I'm just talking about knowledge. I don't think you're going to find someone out there that has like a lot more knowledge in trading than me. I just don't. You're just not. Yeah, I told you. I told you. I don't know if I told you, but I know we talked about that on stream and I said like, yeah, like when Nvidia invests in, like when a mega corporation, a mega stock company backs a small company, that company's going to do good long term. Like you literally can't really find too many cases where that hasn't been the case. Let's see what Workhorse is doing. I don't know what Workhorse is doing. Workhorse might be the one case where that did not happen. What is Workhorse again? Workhorse. WKHS. Workhorse is probably the only time, and I'm not sure, Amazon had invested into Workhorse. At least that's what the news was saying. It could have been fake news or something. I don't know. Back in the day, I wasn't really reading the reports to like really learn what was going on. But I believe Workhorse actually did invest in Amazon. I mean, Amazon actually did invest in Workhorse. And Workhorse might be the only time that I've seen like a major corporation like invest into a smaller corporation. It EP'd and it didn't do shit. This literally might be the only time I've seen that happen, but I don't know. Yeah, but that was like in 2020, 2021. That was a long time ago, so I don't know. And also people can pull their investments out. Who has a BlackBerry partnership? Amazon? What is this? What is this? What is this? Yield Max TSLA? Oh, option. Okay. When did that happen? Was that always been a thing? Why would BlackBerry need an Amazon sponsor? You know, I guess because I'm old. Like BlackBerry used to be like a very. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah, BlackBerry is trying to do like getting into a different market from back when they used to do cell phone technology. So like I'm old. So like, yeah, like, yeah. I just BlackBerry is like BlackBerry main operation failed a long time ago. Yeah, like they're trying to just find a lane to stay in or something. Like I don't know. Like I don't. BlackBerry actually does a lot. Like they do stuff with the 5G stuff. They help with that. Like they actually do have like a decent amount of tech. But BlackBerry was like a real technology company back in the day. But the main thing they was known for was phones. And now Apple and Samsung and they're just not known for phones anymore. And I don't know what they're known for now. Yeah, like BlackBerry, like is like they were the real deal. They're not now, and they're not growing. They're shrinking. Like they used to be, a major company in the stock market, but yeah, they got pushed out. They lost. I guess, I guess that's the best way to put it. Like BlackBerry just literally lost. That's I don't think there's no reviving them. If Amazon actually made an investment in them, that's very interesting. Did they EP when Amazon actually invested in them? QNX is in SpaceX. Oh, okay. QNX is not a company. I'm an idiot. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like BlackBerry is also one of the cases where that didn't happen. Then to go with that. Matter of fact, maybe Amazon just sucks. It seems like when Amazon invests in companies, maybe they don't do good. I don't know. Maybe Amazon's taking all the profit away from them or something. I don't know. Did my music stop again? Bruh, what are we doing? Jesus. Stop doing that shit. It's interesting though, man. It's interesting stuff. When you get the data and you can look at like, I can literally I can show you. I don't know if I can show you right now, but yeah, we'll see. Blah 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 blah. My eyes hurt. Been staring at the screen too long. Where is the news column? Oh, is it in a? No, it's not in the front. Oh, okay. All right. Do I really want to risk breaking this shit? I go here. I run all FMP data. I run all FMP data. Do I really want to risk breaking my computer on stream right now if something doesn't go right? All right. Let's oh wait, shouldn't there be a button on here? Earnings Technico. Yeah, there is a button on here. So can I just That's not what I did. It's absolutely not what I Yeah, let's delete all these. I don't know if I should have did that. I don't think it matters. I'm not gonna save this anyways. Who gives a fuck? All right. If it breaks, it breaks. All right, let's do it. Company earnings technical. Which one would it be? I would think it would be earnings. Who's talking? Okay, data's been pulled. Oh, wait. That actually worked. Okay, that worked fast as hell too. I could probably run something right now if I really wanted to. But that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for the news, and this news came out to be all zeros. Why is that? All right, let's go to a different sheet. Let's back out. No. Old studies, breakout EP related. Let's do 50% gappers plus. Yeah, let's do this one. Ugh. That's disgusting. Deal with it. Don't care. You can see this is a different sheet because this is way older. But here it is, right? Stop. Stop it. Stop. Why does it look like this? Can we just right, now do it. So now you can see I have the news that caused this to gap. Sometimes the news is not accurate because companies, like data companies, not always right. But what you can do in here is Excel has this magical button called text filters, and you can say contains, right? And I can simply say contains. I can literally say NVIDIA. Now I got, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 stocks that have NVIDIA investments. I can go through, read it, and do a back test based off this. This is how you study stuff. Like seriously, like this is how people, this is easy to do. This is not hard. You can get this data from F&P. This is not hard in any type of way. You can use ChatGPT to figure out how to do all this stuff. If you don't know how to code, if you don't know how to use Excel, all I did was go to text filters over a list of stocks that have gapped up 50%, and I put in NVIDIA. That's all I did. That's literally it. That's it. And now I can go through, read this, or pull up the dates and go through and see which ones actually are getting investments from NVIDIA. I can do another filter, and I can say government, if I can spell. And I can see which ones all have something to do with the government. I can do partnership. You can do keywords. So, and like if you want to filter for, look at, these are all the partnership ones, right? If you want to do a filter based off, if you really want to learn why EPs work, what EPs don't, you can just put in a keyword. And I'm not saying you're going to get 100% perfect results for each one. That would be really hard. But this is a easy way to get a 75% test so you know what it actually looks like. And you can figure out, hey, these type of partnerships are good. You want to learn, you want to know how I learned about biotech stocks? Look at this. Look at this. Look at these magical words. Let's zoom in on these magical words. Hey, how did you learn how to trade biotech EPs? Boom. FDA approvals. So I pulled the data from a website that has the data that lets me do it. I pulled it from SpikeEat. That's not anything new. I used to be affiliated with SpikeEat, so this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. And then I made my own Excel sheet. I pulled the data. I say FDA approval. And now I can go take this data set and I can go run it through my back tester. And I can use a 1 minute open range high with a lower day stop and an exit method of 3 ADR, run the simulation. Did I break my computer? Did the simulation run? I don't feel like it did anything. Or I can do like a 3R risk or something like that. Run simulation. I don't know. I don't know if it's actually doing anything right now. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This works, but I haven't used it in a while, so I don't know. I also have long and short mode, so I can test tons of things, right? Whatever. Who cares? Break even point. Just put none. Run simulation. No, yeah, it's definitely not. It's not doing anything. I don't. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Why is it not working? What's wrong? I'm about to close out of this anyways. I'm gonna hit up my developer and try to make one last push to finish this thing off. I think maybe. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff to do with my life. And I don't really find back testing as beneficial as I did before. All right, so now we have the data, and now let's run the simulation. Let's see if it actually works. Our simulation's not running. Okay, well, good. That's actually not good. Where's my, hey, whatever. I don't care. Anyways, it works. It's just not working right now. I don't know why, and I'm not about to go into the code to figure out why. But you can easily see how you can. Did I do anything impressive or genius? All I did was a text-based word filter to figure out. So you pull the data set, as you can see over here, this data set had over 2,004 stocks that had gapped up 50% based off a partnership. You know, or based off, no, not partnership, gapped up, but you know, I can now filter this 50% gappers over X amount of years and just say like, hey, listen, I want to do I want to look at just stocks that have news that contain, you know, whatever, like, I don't know, whatever stock. I can do Amazon, right? You know, did it do Amazon? Did that actually filter? Because it didn't look like it changed. These have Amazon in them? Where? I'm lost. I don't see Amazon. I also can't see the full screen, so thank you. Either way it goes, you get the point, right? I don't think that last one worked, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I think I might have broke my computer. Let's get rid of the filter. And then let's try this again with Amazon. No, okay, it did work. It came up with the same list. All right. So once again, not that you need to do this or anything, because you definitely don't. Like, I'm not saying you need to do that. I'm saying it's helpful. You don't need to do it to make money. You don't need to do anything to make money. I mean, you can be lucky and make money, but it definitely will help. And I do recommend trying it out at least, you know? And like I said, the main reason why I did it, the goal was to figure out what actually matters. Do all EPs act the same? Does a partnership the same as an investment from NVIDIA? Does government, you know, a government partnership matter? Like you just break it down to whatever your experience sees in the market, right? And then if you see something, you know, like maybe you find out that NVIDIA partnerships, or when NVIDIA invests into a company, or maybe NVIDIA invests into a small cap company, like I was telling Cap over here, right? Like NBIS, when invest into a small company like NBIS or whatever, you might say, hey, like, how did you know this works? Well, I mean, I did some of the research and I looked at when NVIDIA invests into small cap companies, what does it do? Oh, this is what I came up with. Oh, okay. Well, has a 70% chance of working or something. And long term, you know, and then you just say, oh, okay, well, listen, let's see what factors can play out in this. You know, when should I be looking to sell? How these charts look? I don't know, man. It's not the craziest concept. It takes some work setting up. Don't get me wrong. Maybe a day's work of setting up, and it's going to help you out for probably years afterwards. I don't know. So I mean, one days it worked for like long term longevity in the stock market. I would say is probably worth it, but I don't know. Everyone got to figure out for themselves what they need to do to become successful. There's definitely no one stock. I mean, one road path or something like you need to do this. You don't need to do anything. You won't tell me. I mean, you won't hear me tell you what you need to do personally. I can just tell you what I think will help. What helped in my experience, at least. And all that data and breakdowns and actually like trying to understand what it actually means and not just, ooh, I'm just looking at the results. Oh, I did X, Y, and Z, and then I got this. But figuring out the why that X, Y, and Z did it, coming up with theories, applying it to other data sets and looking at it, so you can figure out what correlates and what conditions actually matter. I mean, that's what an analysis is. That's what an actual analysis is. You need to be able to look at the data, but you also need to be able to interpret it. You need to be able to transform it to something that's useful. Sometimes the data is not actually useful. It's the stuff in between the lines that you can figure out from looking at the data that's useful. And that's usually the case. It's simple stuff that's in between the lines that can help out. Semis is not doing good right now. It's very weird that like crypto, quantum, AI, all of it's doing good and semis is just like dragging his ass. It's very weird. I don't know if it's because like semis had such a strong year that it's just like, okay, like we have to consolidate longer than everything else or something, or everything else has to play catch up to us. But semis is really dragging his ass right now. I just wouldn't have guessed this. Crowd. No, not really. I mean, was cloud computing doing good? I mean, the thing seems pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie. We might want to watch this one. Wait, CrowdStrike is cybersecurity. I'm an idiot, right? Don't let me know if I'm wrong. CrowdStrike is cybersecurity. It's not cloud computing. It's not cloud computing. It's cybersecurity. Yeah. What the hell am I talking about? Do I have a cybersecurity thing list? I sure do. How is it doing? It's a mixed bag. It's okay. Not bad. There's a lot of these though. It's a lot of cybersecurity stocks. All right, let's keep going. We're almost done with the stream. I don't know how long we've been streaming though. 2 hours and 33 minutes. I guess that's not that bad. Roblox. Interesting. Oh boy, Roblox is killing it too. Like it made it out of a 6 month, 7 month base. No, it made it out a yearly base. Huh. How did I miss this? Interesting. Mining materials, probably not. I won't be trading that shit. I messed up. Now I gotta go through the whole list. I think that's strong. I don't know what this is, but sure. Oh, yeah, that's actually... What is this? At $93, it's trading 1.3 million? 7.4 billion Capital Liberty Media? I don't know. I don't know what that is, actually. Don't think I ever seen that stock in my life. Ugh. Chat just got dumb quiet. Whatever. I don't even know what F1 racing is. I'm lying. I do know what F1 racing is. I'm just talking shit. I still never seen that stock in my life. TKO. I'm surprised MSTR didn't take off. Listen, if I had actually I do have money. But if I had to make a bet, my bet is MSTR opens above 450 tomorrow. I won't bet it opens up above 450. I bet it opens up above 420 though, and my guess would be it closes above 450. That would be my bet. And I would bet probably half my account on that. I say that, but what is Bitcoin at right now? Da, 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 da. Oh, let's see. WBD, these stocks are becoming trash. Oh, did we add this one already? Yeah, we had that one. Yeah, so we had 70 and we added 57 so far. So this week is pretty good. I mean, at least the end of the week. Pretty good. So but a lot of themes is playing out right now. I mean, they've been playing out for a while. Kind of in the same spot in general. Should have a I don't know. I thought the market was gonna I was talking about this with someone. I thought the market was actually gonna die, like because we had such a strong we had like such a strong run up since Trump has won the election. I mean, we literally had some crazy, like a crazy month. I was like, okay, this got to die, you know, like the market's gonna blow up in like December. But then at the end of November, we got like some relief and breath started to like cool off. And then this week we came back dumb strong. And I was just like, this is probably a very healthy sign. Probably a very healthy sign. I don't. What is Genie? Genie is the sports one. It's sports betting. So we will flag that. INOD. This has been doing this for a long time. What does this company actually do? I forgot. I thought this was like data communication. Oh, this was also one of those small cap companies that just made a big jump. Oh, it's AI. Oh, wow. It does data engineering. So it's like, so is it like PLTR? It is like PLTR. So PLTR is for the government. All right, we have to update. Yeah, we need to add this. I need to. I'm gonna have to break down my AI thing because it's getting massive. 24. I started off with AI and machine learning, and I kept adding stuff, and now we're here. I think this is pretty fair, like flag. Boom. Yeah, it's about that time to end the stream. Arc. Don't know what this one is. Oil and gas has been decent. I have an oil and gas Steam, but I don't feel like trading it. Yeah, there's a lot of oil and gas stocks in here. I definitely don't feel like trading them though. Okay, we're almost done. And then we shall figure out the themes that were strong this week. And then that will be it. That will be the last part of the stream. Very long stream today. But these streams are not coming every single. I mean, these streams should be coming every single Sunday, but I don't know. I've been making money and doing shit in my life. That's not actually a good reason not to stream. But whatever. Let's see here. All right, so we have 131 stocks. And then we put them together by industry. I'm going to take these and I'm going to copy to clipboard. And then I'm going to go into ChatGPT. I'm going to go into my Backwatch theme list. Going to do that. And this shall wrap up the stream shortly after. All right, let's see what ChatGPT thinks is going on. Okay. Quantum. So yes, we already know quantum computing is very strong. AI and machine learning. We might be missing some AI driven monitoring and analysis for cloud applications. No. Sound, yes. This one, yes. I didn't AI driven monitoring and analytics for cloud applications. Is DDog an AI stock? What is Pro? I didn't even know Pro was in here. So what is it saying Pro is? AI powered revenue and pricing optimization? What does that even mean? So this is like, yeah, we got to break up this list for sure. Okay, let's keep going. Healthcare, short, bioengineering, gene, cancer, rare disease, regenerative. So all these are different. Not really in theme. Consumer goods and retail. Urban Outfitters. Shit out my ear. Urban Outfitters. Lifestyle retailer. Casual clothing retailer. Lingerie. Okay, that's Victoria's Secret. Let's see here. Are we having a clothing brand? These are all clothing brands. I mean, this would just be like apparel, though. It wouldn't even need to be clothing brand. I don't see why that would matter. Clothing brands are clothing stores. Is this a thing? Oh. Let's check this one out. This might be one that we missed. EVs, electric vehicles. Don't I have like an American electric vehicles or something? Because the American ones seem to be doing decent. All right, so the American ones are doing good, but I don't know how to actually. They're mm, okay. Well, that's not true because isn't Fisker American? And I don't know what this one is. I think this one is a. I think this one is like Mid East. Yeah. Yeah, I know this one's gonna be doing bad. It's not even really electric vehicle. FFIE. I think this one is also but Lucid Workhorse. I don't know what this one is. Tesla and Rivian. These are all American. And they're all on the list. Oh, it's probably something to look out for. It's probably too late though at the same time, so it probably doesn't matter anymore. All right, moving on. Let's go back. I definitely should make like an American one though. Okay. Electric vehicles, digital media, Roku. Yeah, okay, no way. Cloud computing. Yep, we already looked at that. Understood. I don't think team is cloud computing. It's not. I don't know why it's in here. Um, okay. Wait, really? Wait. It must have missed something. Coin's not in here? It's not. How do I? What about Mar? What? Riot? Okay, cool. So all crypto haven't broke out yet. Just not all of it. Okay. All right. Well, um, what are we doing? Okay, I got lost. Semiconductor solutions, broadband, powers. MVTS is power. Let's go to the power semis. Do. Semi power management. Hmm. Wait. We're missing something. NVTS. Oh no, we have that. So there was two NVTS and AOSL. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Social media. BuzzFeed. Actually, we probably should do like a social media playlist theme. All right, let's go back here real quick. Cybersecurity, I don't know if we said this one was doing that good. So we're gonna do a new list. We'll call it. All right. So I don't think this one is that strong either. Standing back. Oh my gosh. That's actually actually a decent day. Semi power management. Mm, probably not. So what themes is like strong? All right, so we got sports betting setting up. Semi power management we already have in here. I think I put it in here twice. This one. So we got blockchain, quantum. Quantum goes in front. Blockchain second. Sports betting. We can do. That one belongs there. So what was the list? Healthcare, no. Artificial intelligence. So we need to bring back the AI stuff. Consumer goods, no. Electric vehicles, maybe. Will it check cloud computing? No. All right. So themes that are strong are quantum, blockchain. These are the two main ones to focus on. Sports betting, setting up. Semi power management. I'm not a true believer in this. Let's see. It's actually decent. I'll leave it there, actually. American EVs. This is going right now, I guess. Decently. It's actually going decently. That's about it. That is this stream. I think about this. No, that ain't it.